Jumpstarter is a local event where entrepreneurs and startup companies gather to discuss and share their experiences in their businesses. We were there to find one of Hong Kong's brightest youth entrepreneurs, Jordan Fong. He founded his first startup at the age of 9. So, what inspired him to get into the startup scene?
Before I started my first startup, which was an online learning platform and community, I've been learning to code, to program for a few years' time. And because of my background, I've been studying in a local school for my entire life. The resources, the support for technology and this type of learning has been very limited, and I have to learn it on my own online. However, I find it quite difficult to learn on my own through the resources online because of the inconsistency, that kind of thing, which makes it very difficult for a beginner to learn how to code. And that inspires me to create something new, an online learning platform, so that we can provide centralized, consistent learning materials for beginners.
Starting up your own company requires a lot of hard work and dedication. Jordan says, to be a good entrepreneur, you must be able to tackle your challenges face on and never give up on them. As a young entrepreneur, Jordan has faced many challenges to get to where he is today.
For example, here in Hong Kong, we have to be at least 18 years old to own or found, to be a director of a company. This is a serious obstacle, but I worked around this problem by forming multiple offshore entities in order to maintain control and own my company, which is very troublesome, and it wasn't very friendly to youth entrepreneurs in general. And another thing, of course, is about the banking issues. Banks weren't very friendly with entrepreneurs in general, let alone youth entrepreneurs. And in fact, I've spent quite a considerable amount of time to persuade banks to open an account for me, which they finally did. But it's difficult. It requires lots of determination, lots of time, and also money in order to achieve.
With more and more young people looking into the startup scene, Jordan wants to use his success story as an example to motivate his peers. He also thinks that they should be given a fair chance to try out their startups.
I really want to use my experience, through my experience, I like to foster change in our community, in our society, so that young people can do what they like to do, to express their talents, express their creativity in their own way. And I believe the best way to do so is to share my story so that more people would support the idea of youth innovation, youth entrepreneurship.